Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk about success. Not the glamorous kind you see on screens, but the kind born in the silence of suffering. The success carved through the storm of tears, the success that rises from brokenness. And I want to reveal something many don't say. Success doesn't always have external enemies. Its biggest enemies often live within us. They grow quietly. They sabotage loudly. So let's name them, let's face them, let's rise above them. The first enemy of success is fear. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of being misunderstood. Fear whispers, "What if you fall?" But I ask you, what if you fly? I remember lying paralyzed in a hospital bed, my spine shattered, my dreams in pieces. And fear wrapped itself around my hope. It told me I was done. It told me I would never walk, paint, or smile again. But I looked fear in the eye and said, "You are not my truth." I chose courage over fear, and that choice, that one choice, changed everything. The second enemy is doubt. Doubt says, "You're not good enough. You're not strong enough. Who are you to dream this big?" And slowly, your fire dies. But remember, doubt has no power unless you believe it. You have the pen. You write the story. Don't let doubt be your editor. I doubted myself too. How could a woman in a wheelchair inspire anyone? But I learned this. You don't need legs to stand tall. You need vision. You need belief. The third enemy is excuses. It's too hard. I'm too tired. Maybe next year. These are the lullabies of mediocrity. And if you keep singing them, your dreams will sleep forever. Pain is real. Obstacles are real. But excuses are choices. And you always have the power to choose. I could have chosen excuses. I'm broken. I'm incomplete. But instead, I chose purpose. I chose to become a voice. I chose to turn my wheelchair into my wings. The fourth enemy is comparison. She's more beautiful. He's more successful. They're ahead of me. Comparison is the thief of joy and also the murderer of authenticity. You are not here to be someone else. You are here to be you, in your rawest, realest, truest form. That's where your power lives. I used to compare my life to others, their weddings, their travels, their bodies, until I realized my journey is mine. My scars are my medals. My path has its own light. The fifth enemy is negativity. The toxic voice that says, "The world is cruel. People are selfish. Why even try?" But listen carefully. You become what you focus on. If you feed the darkness, you will never find your sun. Speak light, breathe hope. When I lost everything, mobility, love, health, I still had one thing left, my choice. I chose to be positive. I chose to smile through the storm, because smiling is strength. The sixth enemy is procrastination. I'll do it tomorrow. One day I'll follow my passion. That one day never comes. If your dream matters, start today. Not next week, not next year. Start now. I began painting when I could barely move my hands. Every stroke hurt, but every stroke healed me. Action is medicine. Movement is power. Begin now, imperfectly, painfully, bravely. The seventh enemy is the need to please. You can't please everyone. You're not ice cream. You are fire. You are storm. You are soul. Don't dim your light to make others comfortable. I had people tell me, "Don't speak about your pain. Don't show your scars." But my scars tell my story, and my story heals others. The eighth enemy is giving up too soon. We quit when the journey gets long, when results take time. But remember, mountains aren't climbed in one step, stars aren't reached in one night. You plant the seed today, water it with effort, sunlight it with belief, and trust the process. If I had given up after my accident, I would not be here today, speaking, painting, living. Because success is not luck, it's resilience. It's falling and rising again. Now I ask you, what is holding you back? Is it fear, doubt, excuses, comparison, negativity, procrastination, people-pleasing, quitting? Identify your enemy, stare it down, and then rise anyway. You were not born to shrink. You were born to shine, to struggle, to grow, and to succeed. Even in a wheelchair, I chose to stand tall. Even in darkness, I chose to be light. And so can you, because success is not about perfection, it's about persistence, it's about purpose. Pain is part of the process, but so is power, so is healing, so is becoming. The world needs your voice, your vision, your fire. Don't wait for permission, don't wait for the perfect moment. Start where you are, with what you have, and give it everything you've got. Because one day, someone will say, "Because of you, I didn't give up." That is success, that is legacy, that is life. Success is not just about goals, it's about the journey. And the journey is filled with invisible enemies. They don't knock at the door, they crawl into your mind. Let's talk about the 9th enemy, self-pity. That silent poison that says, "Why me? Why this pain? Why can't I have a normal life?" I asked those questions too. When I couldn't move, when I lost everything, I drowned in self-pity until I realized pity imprisons you, gratitude sets you free. Be grateful for breath, for the heartbeat, for the chance to try. Don't wait for a perfect life to feel thankful. Thankfulness is the beginning of transformation. The 10th enemy is the past. You cannot rewrite your history, but you can reframe it. You can rise from it. You can choose not to let it define you. Don't carry the weight of old wounds. You cannot fly holding onto chains. Let go, let it go, not for them, but for yourself, for your peace. My past is filled with pain. A car accident, broken bones, a broken heart. But I turned pain into paint. I turned tragedy into testimony. The 11th enemy is comfort. Yes, comfort. The enemy that whispers, "You're fine here. No need to change. Don't take risks." But comfort zones are beautiful cages. And you? You were born to soar, not settle. Growth only begins at the edge of discomfort. The 12th enemy is waiting for motivation. Motivation is a spark, but discipline is fire. Don't wait to feel like it. Show up anyway. Move forward anyway. Motivation may come and go, but discipline builds empires. The 13th enemy is perfectionism, the lie that says, unless it's perfect, it's not worth it. But nothing is ever perfect. Perfection is the enemy of progress. Your first try won't be perfect. Your first step may be shaky, but imperfect progress is still progress. I wasn't a perfect artist. My hands trembled. My strokes were rough, but they were mine. They were real. The 14th enemy is overthinking. You think too much, you act too little. You analyze the fall and never leap. Don't think yourself out of your destiny. Sometimes you must quiet the mind and follow your heart. The 15th enemy is toxic environments. The people who doubt you, demean you, disrespect your dreams. You don't have to stay there. You deserve better. Surround yourself with belief, with people who light fires, not those who extinguish them. The 16th enemy is shame. Shame for who you are, what you've done, what happened to you. Shame will silence your voice. Shame will suffocate your dreams. But you are not your mistakes. You are not your trauma. You are a warrior rising from the ashes. The 17th enemy is impatience. It's taking too long. I should be there by now. But flowers don't bloom overnight. Greatness takes time and trust. Don't rush your masterpiece. Trust your season. Your story is unfolding exactly as it should. The 18th enemy is lack of self-worth. You think you're not worthy of success, not worthy of love, not worthy of joy, but you are. Your worth is not determined by your past, not by your looks, not by others' opinions. You are worthy simply because you exist. The 19th enemy is ego. When pride prevents you from growing, from learning, from asking for help. Humility opens doors. The most powerful people are the most humble. I asked for help, I cried, I was vulnerable, and in that surrender, I found strength. The 20th enemy is fear of starting over. You've built something, it broke, now you're afraid to rebuild. But starting over is not failure, it's rebirth. Begin again, stronger, wiser. Bolder. I started over many times. Each version of me was better, closer to my truth, closer to my calling. The 21st enemy is silence. When you have something to say, but you hold it back. Your story can save lives. Speak it, share it. The world needs your voice. I was silent for a long time, until I stood on a stage and said, "This is me, this is my truth." And in that moment, I was no longer broken, I was brave. The 22nd enemy is regret. Regret for what you didn't do, what you didn't say, what you didn't try. Live now, love now, leap now. Don't die with your dreams still inside you. The 23rd enemy is the belief that you're alone, but you are not. Somewhere, someone needs your story. Someone believes in you, even if it's just me. I believe in your light. I believe in your fight. I believe in your comeback. So today, choose again. Choose courage over fear, faith over doubt, action over hesitation. Stand up, even if you're shaking. Speak out, even if your voice trembles. Try again, even if you failed before. Because every scar tells a story. Every fall leads to growth. And every soul has the power to rise. You are not broken, you are becoming. So walk forward,